It doesn't come much bigger this weekend than Sheffield Wednesday against Queen's Park Rangers. How are you both? How are your nerves before this one? Andrew, how are you?
All good. Looking forward to it. Onwards and upwards.
And good evening, Jawad. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's get the QPR view for a second. Then, Jawad, QPR stands for Queen's Park Resurgence.
Yeah, it's been quite a resurgence. If you had said to us 3 or 4 weeks ago we would win 3 games in a row, it would have been unheard of. But yeah, it deserves so much credit for getting the players believing that it can happen, for getting the fans on side really, really quickly. The atmosphere has improved so much at Loftus Road as well. So yeah.
I'm generally not used to you two smiling on this show. The two of you, we've spent many weeks, and look at you two now. You're going to catch Plymouth. You're going to catch Stoke. It's definitely going to catch Huddersfield. Let's talk about that Hull result. I think Hull are a great side. I've talked to a lot on here about Hull is a great footballing side. But you hung in there at times, didn't you? Rode your luck, but you were the better team, weren't you, second half?
Yeah, I think obviously if you look at the stats, I think they had over 60% possession. I think they had more shots on target than us. But actually in the first half, we worked the ball into so many good positions, but the final ball was lacking, or players made the wrong choice to shoot. Well, rather than pass. There was one in particular from Dykes where he should have passed. So although I think I've read reports that kind of say we were a little bit fortunate, I wouldn't go as far as saying that we were lucky to win. I would say it was quite an even game. Begovic made some excellent saves. But yeah, I think...
Was that Begovic's best game for QPR?
Yeah, it was. I don't think he's made any howlers I can remember. Really, I think there's maybe these.
Why have you said that? Why have you said that?
Yeah, I know. Maybe there's been some of the goals people have been a little bit critical of him, but I think it was by far his best game, and some of the saves in the second half were really, really good.
Okay. Last week we championed Chair and Willock. I'm going to champion Willock again this week. How much is QPR's turn in form down to Willock's form also having the same turn at the same time?
Yeah, I think 2 years ago, I don't think we would have swapped him for anybody in the Championship. I genuinely think at one point he was the best attacking midfielder in the league, and then a couple of hamstring injuries, the change of the manager haven't helped, but him coming back has been absolutely huge. It kind of frees up Chair as well, because when you've only got one of them on the pitch, teams know which one they have to stop. When they're both on the pitch, it's really, really hard to stop them both. Chair probably had his best game for a couple of seasons, I would say, at the weekend. But yeah, them two on the pitch together makes all the difference for us.
Okay. I can't believe I'm going to ask you this next question, but 9 points out of 9 is promotion form. You're 11 points off the playoffs, and every year there's a team that at the start of the season finds its way up from the bottom and slips into that sixth position just at the last minute. Have you seen anything to suggest that just maybe, you're on your way up, not just out of this, but towards that top?
I'm not one of the fans that have put a lot of money on QPR finishing in the top 6, and I haven't booked a travel lodge at Wembley for the playoff final. I think the starting 11 on Saturday, if they stayed fit for a full season, we would be a top 10 side. Unfortunately, Jake Clark-Salter's injury record isn't great. Steve Cook's on the wrong side of 30 now. Chris Willock's hamstring, you're not sure how long that's going to hold up. So I think that starting 11 is good enough to compete against anybody in the league. I think once you go below that, I think that's where we'll get found out maybe.
Okay.
This month's extremely busy as well. So.
Okay, out of all the 12 games, there's no way I can predict how this one is going to go on Saturday. Two resurgent sides, two young, impressive managers, two sides full of confidence, two sets of fans who deserve Championship football year after year. Andrew, give us a prediction.
Well, obviously, we need Plymouth to give them a real physical game on Wednesday because obviously we need QPR. They're at home at least, so they're going to be fresher. They're travelling up to our place. We've got to travel down to Norwich on Wednesday night. It's a key match. I'm thinking if we get a draw at Norwich, then I'll be happy for us to beat QPR at Hillsborough. If we win at Norwich, a bonus. I'll even take a draw against QPR, but obviously a win is better. We'll want to win every time if we can. We're both riding on the crest of a wave. I'm going to go for a Wednesday win, 2-1 against QPR. It's not going to be easy, but I think we're going to make it. We're going to get there.
Right. Jawad?
I said before the whole game at the weekend that if we got 6 points from the next 3 games, I think most of us would be happy. So I think a bit like Wednesday, if we win on Wednesday night, then I think a point away would be an extremely good result there. I'm going to be optimistic and say we're going to win 2-1.
No way. Oh my God. Fall off my chair. Okay. Right. Listen, enjoy it both. The Bear will be back next week, Andrew, if you win. Does the Bear only come out if you win?
Only if we win. He's out if we win.
Right.
And what I hope to see is the same score as the 2nd of May 1987, where I'm sure our pal will be pleased to hear that Wednesday beat QPR 7-1 at Hillsborough that day.
Well, if it's 7-1, I'll eat the Bear.
Hopefully it's not, yeah.
Right. Thank you both. Enjoy it as nervous as it's going to be. Thank you both for coming on. See you next week.
Cheers.
Bye.